Welcome to the Hotlapper YouTube channel. Today we've got a race on Automobilista 2. Since the 1.5 update, all the physics have been upgraded quite substantially in it. Everyone's making a great song and dance about it, and I can see why. So I've gone into multiplayer, and this is the first server I've found where it's got a good bunch of people who are racing fairly. The car which I was using was the Mclaren 720S GT3 car. This was a GT3 race, and the track we was on was Laguna Seca, so it's quite a popular track. Although on this particular game, like I said, this was the first time I've ever been in this car and the first time I've ever ridden this track. Just quickly pause it here for a second because the replay starts instantaneously and you don't have time to see what's going on. I'm behind the yellow Porsche in 7th place and the race is just about to begin right now. So instantly we up one place, we overtake the Porsche which was found sleeping or something. But everybody's pretty clean going into the first corner. And we're just all trying to find his place to begin with. And as we all make it round the corner, the Porsche and the GTR, they've gone off in the back, so we can check the replay and see exactly what went on there. So here it is, we'll focus on the Porsche. As you can see, I'm behind the Porsche and I get a quick overtake on him. So instantly he must have started the race wanting to quickly get that place back, which has maybe made him go into this corner a little bit too eager. He's on the outside and the GTR's kind of not letting him get on the inside, and he ends up going off and he enters the track a little bit dangerously, takes the BMW out, takes his teammate out. Yeah, caused a little bit of trouble for everyone really, didn't he? Going back to the action now, and you can see we're behind Raven in the GTR, and I've got another McLaren behind me driven by AR3452, and now we're just entering the Rahal Straight going up to the corkscrew, which is pretty famous. And AR34 is making a move here straight away on me. I'm still cautious on the first lap with having cold tyres, but I wasn't expecting him to make that move. That was a pretty sweet move, I've got to say, straight into the corkscrew. Let's take a replay and see exactly what happened. He just entered the straight with a little bit more speed and was able to go up on my inside. Kept it clean. Gave him enough space, and he gave me enough space as well, to be fair. That was some clean racing by both of us. I can tell he's a good driver. So he's chasing the GTR now, driven by Raven. We had a little bit of an off there by this black and green AMG. What happened here? We're just entering the corner and he lost his back end and he's off into the grass. So we've nearly done the first lap now, and the GTR spinning into the wall. He goes. What happened to him? I think it might just be what happened to that AMG, just taking the corner at too much of an angle and putting too much power down. Span the back end round and he's lost his place now. Here's it from the replay cam. Driven by Raven. At least he enters safely though, he does a nice little spin there. He enters the race safely and on he goes. So we're back on lap 2 now and I'm chasing AR34. And I think I'm starting to get a little bit more of a feel now that tyres are warming up and I'm able to bring the race back to AR34. Mado's behind me in the AMG. He's still a bit far behind, I don't have to worry about him. I just need to focus on catching up AR34. And like I said before, he's a pretty good racer, to be fair. He's trying to catch MC Lone on the grid. And it's this corner going onto the Rahal Straight. It's a tricky one. You've got to carry enough speed, but you don't want to end up going off neither. Going back onto the corkscrew, another fun corner, famous in racing culture. It's one of the best corners in the world, really. And I think I'm really getting my speed now. I'm able to attack these corners a bit better, and the car's looking real cool on the replay. On AR34, he's gone wide. He's took a little bit too much speed into the corner. Let's have a look at replay and see exactly what happened, because he's taking it sweet. He's almost catching the car ahead, but he did. He just took too much speed, and into the sand he goes. I take the opportunity, and I'm now the faster McLaren of the two. So I've just got to try and focus on not letting him get that place back, and I'll lock up a little bit there. And he's straight back on my case. He's right behind me. He wants the place back, doesn't he? And I've got to focus on catching the red AMG driven by On the Grid. Luckily for me, AR34 has been closely followed by Meadows in the AMG. That was the AMG that went off on the first lap. He's got the speed to catch back up. So thankfully for me, AR34 does have something to worry about behind him, which should give me an easier time. Back at the corkscrew, and as you can see, I'm almost clipped from behind as Meadows takes AR34 off the track completely. That's exactly what I want, but AR34, we know he's a good driver. He's just not having the easiest time. This AMG driver's a bit ruthless and a bit careless at times. His second time is off, and he's took not just one, but he almost took me off as well. And I zoomed in a bit there, you can see he just locked his tyres. He couldn't do anything. But look how close he is here to actually taking me off. It's less than half a metre away. I'm lucky to be on track there, to be fair. But thankfully now that's given me a nice and clear 4th place as we start lap 4. Still chasing On the Grid in the AMG, the red one in front of us. We've got Bitume in 2nd place, not too far ahead. Right now I'm thinking to myself, is it possible I can get 3rd, and is it possible I might even be able to get 2nd? The driver in 1st place is 10 seconds ahead, and I haven't even seen him yet. He's just enjoying it out there. But something's happened to that red AMG. I just saw smoke, and he's there on the left. Almost takes me out. That's the 2nd lucky call I've had. Let's just have a replay what happened on this. See what happened with the red AMG driven by On the Grid. Seems okay. He's chasing Bitume. And he just lost the back end. It seems these AMGs can lose the back end if they're not careful. I think they must have so much torque. And look how close that was. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but it looks like karma coming to pay him back. And there we go with a careless Meadows AMG driver taking his own kind off the track. Not once, but twice. And that's ruined On the Grid's race. And Meadows is just in front of him now. He's very careless. I think he is a fast driver, but if you're careless as well, then nobody wants to race with you, mate. Just look how close I was to being taken out. So, while there's chaos, Lady Luck's on my side. It was so close. And back with me now on lap 4. We're just approaching the corkscrew. And I've got 4th place all to myself. Sorry, not 4th place, 3rd place all to myself now. We know AR34's behind us and he's capable, but he's a bit too far behind for me to be thinking about right now. I can just basically keep my driving consistent, stay on track, have no incidents, and the 3rd place at least should be mine. But I can also keep pushing to try and maybe get 2nd, although it's only a 7-lap race and we're on lap 5 now. We can just about see him in the distance. But to be fair, we're hoping he has an accident or something so we can take 2nd place, otherwise it's unlikely we can really gain that time. around Andretti hairpin. And I think at this point the tyres were just starting to give out a little bit, and they're just getting a little bit slidey. So I thought to myself, Dale, just calm down. Don't go pushing it, because at the moment I've got 3rd place and I don't want to give it away. Our podium's quite a good place to say. It's my first real race in an unfamiliar car on a track I've not been driven on. On a track I've not driven on, sorry. It's a pretty respectable position, so just keep doing what I'm doing. Don't outbrake myself. Don't spin into a corner, and 3rd place is mine. And I do all my races in VR. This is a brilliant track, and Automobilista, it really does perform really well. It's really fun. This is a back mark of this. I'm giving him a bit of a flash just to say get out my way, but as is with all the AMGs, they seem to be spinning out on this race, so thank you very much. I know AR34's trying to catch me up. They'll have to deal with that back marker. Sometimes give you a bit of a problem, and you have to sometimes fight to get around them. They should get a blue flag and they should move out of the way. But onwards we go. And AR34, he is catching up to me, to be fair. And as the race was happening, you've got this monitor in your bottom right, which is your rear view mirror, so to speak. And I could just about see him in the distance if, you know, on a long straight. And I knew he was coming for me, but with 1.5 laps left, there was really nothing to worry about too much. I just had to make sure I didn't have an off, because if I have an off or spin out, then he could quite easily pass me. But as long as I stay on the track without giving away too much time, he's not going to give me much of a problem. Do love the corkscrew. On VR, because you get like perception of depth, it's so much better going around the corkscrew than it is when you're playing like on monitors. It just, I don't know, the immersion's just next level. So we're going to be starting the last lap now when we cross the line. We've got that Naus in 1st place, Bitume in 2nd. I'm not going to catch him, so I'm just trying to keep 3rd now. Just keep AR34 behind me. 3rd place is mine, it's the last lap. Then you've got Meadows in the MG, and on the grid, which was in the red AMG. It's been a bit of a story this race, and they've been the main players. Meadows, I think he'd have been sent off track in real life. He's just been a bit too crazy, taking people off and incidents. That's where iRacing is really good, because it would give you points and take you off if you were too bad, and you could complain against the driver afterwards. Automobilista 2 is not there in the multiplayer just yet, but it has given a good race. I've really enjoyed this. The physics are they're brilliant. Last time around the corkscrew, around Rainy Curve. We'll just go to the TV cam just to watch the end of the race. Last corner. Bitume were just not too far ahead, to be fair. For a 7-lapper, it was just too much. We couldn't catch him. But 3rd place, a podium. I'll take that. A little bit of a slide and a spin. It's a cool down lap. Race over, so that's a 3rd for us. I really enjoyed that, and I hope we hope to be doing some more races, because I enjoyed that, other than the hot lap episodes I do. If you liked today's video, or you just like sim racing in general, please check my website. It's www.thehotlapper.com. It's a website and there's various stuff there to do with sim racing, but I do have a free ebook which you might like. The ebook is free and it's for newcomers into sim racing or people that are already into sim racing but just want to improve, and the ebook's called The 3 Pillars of Speed. It's free, and if you want it, just put in your email address and I'll send it straight to your inbox.